All right, welcome to this short video on completing Moodle assignments for economics. So you see the first question here, what is economics? This is what we call a short answer question. So you'll see it's a very limited space, so you don't need to type a whole lot. So what you do here is just type in your question or your answer, and then we're done. Now the question below is what we call an essay type question. So it requires a little more information, and so you can see the space is bigger, so you're going to type in a little more. And so in this example, actually they ask you to do a little bit of research, so you're going to want to show your source of your information. Again, very similar to the short answer, only there's a bigger space, so you're expecting to type a little more information. Now, there's a third type of question, which will ask you to draw on a diagram. And so how you do this is you will just select whatever color you want to use. And so it's asking us to draw a demand curve on the left. And so you're just using your mouse. You can draw a demand curve, and so we'll call it demand. And then on the right, we're asking to draw a supply curve. And so again, just using your mouse, you can draw your supply curve, and we'll label it. And then of course, you're going to hit save when you've done your work. Now, another type of question may ask you to draw something a little more complex that we're not going to do with your mouse. So what you're going to do here is you would actually use the insert button. So there's an insert image, looks like a little mountain. So what you do is this is asking to draw a supply and demand curve showing price and equilibrium price and quantity. So you could do that on a piece of paper, take a picture of it with your phone, and then you'd click on here, and then you'd go browse, and then you'd go browse again, and then you would go into your pictures and you would select your image. So let's suppose this is my demand curve image, and so I'm going to upload it. Now you'll see that you'll get a little picture of your image. So if you don't want it to be really big, so typically you want it to be around, so start with 500 in terms of size. And now if you've got the auto click, you can just press here and it automatically adjusts. If you don't want to have a description, then you just have to click this, and then you're going to say save image, and then you'll see that my image is in there, although this is not a supply and demand curve. That is actually Chloe. Now, the other option you can do is you can drag files in here. So you could do the same thing, only what it's going to do is upload a file into this space here. Preferable, though, use your image button. And just to note that the image button requires a image file, so a JPEG, a bit, those types of things. It doesn't take a PDF or, say, a Word document. Now, there may be another type of question which will ask you to select the corresponding answer. And so these are a series of drop down. And so what you're going to do is just choose the answer over here that corresponds to the question on the left side. And then you might find some multiple choice and a couple other different types, though this is pretty much the questions, the types of questions you'll see. So then when you're finished, you're going to hit next. And then when you hit submit all, this is the equivalent of you sending the your assignment to me. So you can work on it, exit out, come back in, work on it again. Then, however, when you're finally done your assignment, is you're going to submit all, and that's the equivalent of sending it to me, and then I will go through and I will grade it. Now, the computer will do some preliminary grading. Don't always rely on it. It's looking for keywords and those types of things. What I do is I go in afterwards and we'll actually grade your assignment and make any changes that I see fit, and then those grades will be posted generally within a week after you completed the assignment. All right, I wish you well in your Moodle assignments.